I don't know what's been going on, but me and my OG need to have an emergency meeting to figure this out. I thought Dynasty was gonna cook for 1,000 reasons. Instead, the greatest faction of all time is dealing with treason. What is going on? The Protostar Kyle Fletcher had to vacate the TNT Championship. He's somewhere laying in the hospital bed dealing with two situations. One is a bad knee that's gonna have him out for a few months. The second one, well, he's sick to his stomach because the Don Callis family, we were supposed to make him proud. We were supposed to come together. Then look who ruined it all. Takeshita! So the Young Bucks was going for the Meltzer driver. Takeshita was able to prevent it, but then out of nowhere, he had a change of heart. He lets go of Nick's foot, and then they proceed to drive Okada's head into the mat and win the match. For the life of me, I don't understand this. We had a chance to have one of the greatest tag teams of all time. I'm talking better than Stockton and Malone, Jordan and Pippen, Shaq and Kobe, LeBron and Kyrie, Clay and Steph. This could have been one of the greatest tag teams of professional wrestling if they just stuck together. Instead, Takeshita treated Okada like a chandelier. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Because he left him hanging! This is unacceptable. And speaking of getting left hanging, that's exactly what Andrade should have did to Darby Allin when they decided to shake hands at the end of their match. Instead, Andrade offers him a handshake after Darby beats him and sends him to the back of the line for a shot at the AEW Championship. Andrade is spending way too much time flirting with the females in the front row, taking selfies, trying to look cool, ripping off his pants so we could see his physique. Man, I swore bro wanted a shot at the AEW title. Do y'all see this? Yeah, just like that, Andrade's losing focus. And if you ask me, I'm guessing that he's not scared of heights, not one bit, because bro got his head in the clouds. And man, he needs to come back down to reality before it's too late. We lost Jake Doyle, Kyle Fletcher, the TNT title, and the trio titles all within a span of a few weeks. I demand somebody get Tony Khan on the phone. Something needs to be done about this. Now, speaking of the demand, that actually got me thinking of this one song. Ricochet! Bro did the impossible and pulled off the unthinkable. He beats Chris Jericho, and this was crazy, man. But I'm gonna be real, man. It wasn't that easy. Chris Jericho looked incredible in that ring. 55, looking like he found the time machine and went back a good 25 to 30 years. We haven't seen him move this good in a while, man. Bro had a great match with Ricochet. It just wasn't enough. You had the demand, aka the insurance policy at ringside, making sure Ricochet walked out with the W. And not only that, he did it in Jericho's hometown, Canada. And not only that, he beat him with his own move. And if you ask me, they might need to change the name of that finisher to the Lion Saw in a Wound, because that's what it felt like. The whole Canadian crowd, every single person in that stadium, completely quiet. You could literally hear a mouse pissing on cotton after Ricochet shocked the world and beat Jericho with the 1, 2, 3. Honestly, I think this was a great decision by Tony Khan, and I wouldn't even be surprised if Jericho himself had a hand in it. He's at the stage of his career where his last run might really be about putting the future of AEW over, putting them in the best position possible. And that's how the business moved forward, by making new stars. You can't do nothing but respect respect it. I don't think it's over, though. I think Jericho definitely gonna want his lick back, and this feud might get real interesting within the next few weeks. Speaking of Canada, this was a long night for the Canadians. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think any Canadian that was a wrestler actually went over at Dynasty, man. It was just surprising, bro. Chris Jericho lost to Ricochet. Cage and Cope lost to FTR, which shocked a lot of people, but I kind of predicted it once on Dynamite. They tried to, break Kristen Cage's arm. I kind of knew FTR was going over. Speedball Mike Bailey, we thought he was going to win the gauntlet match and somehow raise the title high. Nope! Kevin Knight, the Jet, took that. Speedball Mike Bailey looking at Kevin Knight with the stank face. Jealousy's in the air because that boy Kevin Knight, the Jet, got the rocket put on him, man. If you was a Canadian last night, felt like you was a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was a night full of losses. This ad is brought to you by the Pirates in the chat. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get your Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. If you're sick of the BS in professional wrestling, if you're sick of the soulless billionaires taking advantage of the fans, show them you had enough. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get the Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. Then, now, and never again. Dynasty started off with the Don Callis Family. Falling apart, man. Takeshi to Okada, man. Two of the best wrestlers on the face of this earth tag teaming. Tried to put their differences aside, but they couldn't, man. You know, they're going back and forth. This was a fun match, man. The Young Bucks really proved why they're probably the best tag team in all of professional wrestling. When it's all said and done, this might be the best tag team to ever lace a pair of boots, man. Fire match from these four, dog. You got Okada being a crazy hill, man, being a showman, putting the jacket on from the Young Bucks. He goes on their side for the tag, sticks the middle finger up at him, man. That was fire, man. The end of the match, like I said in the beginning of the video, bro, they about to hit the Meltzer driver. Takeshi stops it, then has a change of heart, goes like this, puts his hand up, and that's when they hit the driver, slam Okada neck into the ground. My OG Don Callis in the middle of the ring, making sure Okada's okay. Man, this is bad, man. But this is definitely setting up for Okada and Takeshi to part 2. We might get it at Double or Nothing in New York. Let's hope we do. Let's hope we do. And that second fade, it needs to be better than the first one. So we'll see what happens. After that, you got that boy Ricochet pulling off the impossible, the unthinkable. Beating Chris Jericho in Canada with the lion saw on top of that. This was fire. If you listen to my lives, I called for this to happen, man. Ricochet, he's the guy with the most heat backstage, bro. There's not a heel that got more heat than Ricochet. Maybe MJF, you know what I mean? Because MJF, you know, he throws the gum in the crowd. He knows how to disrespect people. Bro is a master at getting heat, you know what I mean? But if you say MJF, then okay, I can't argue with that. But besides MJF, dog, like, Ricochet got the most heat, man. And we all love to see Chris Jericho back. He made the decision to go to AEW. We're the best wrestle. He said F the Fed. And he's in his hometown, Canada. He's looking like he's 30 years younger, man. We all wanted to see Jericho have that feel-good moment, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, man. I think this was a great decision from Tony Khan, man. Actually, at the post-show, Tony Khan addressed the whole Ricochet controversy. A lot of y'all think Tony Khan be dodging questions. Sometimes he does, but he at least didn't dodge this one. He let it be known. He hollered at Ricochet, and you know what I mean? He's moving past that now, and I'm just happy that Tony Khan didn't allow that situation to, you know what I mean, have Ricochet go to the bottom of the card or Ring of Honor or something crazy. All it was a conversation, a meeting. They moved forward, and Ricochet's in a good spot right now in AEW, and it's well-deserved, man. As far as Chris Jericho, my God, bro. We're talking about a legendary career or first ballot Hall of Famer. He does nothing. It does nothing with him losing in Canada his first match back. I'm pretty sure he'll be back on Dynamite. He'll be wanting that fade again. And I can't wait to see what Chris Jericho got in store for the next few months. Next, you got Darby Allin and Andrade. Darby Allin, no stunts, no blood, no thumbtacks, no chairs, no tables, no nothing. Darby Allin proves that he could stand up to the best of them, man. Andrade, one of the best wrestlers in the back, dog. Darby Allin has an incredible match. Now, I don't know about y'all, you know what I mean? I started watching AEW probably like 2 years ago, somewhere between there. Man, ever since I seen Darby Allin, it was always the crazy Mick Foley type of spots. I never seen Darby Allin have a technical match like he did with Andrade yesterday. I appreciated it. And man, I think Darby Allin, dog, he got a bright future ahead of him. But let's be real. Tony Khan, he booked a match for Dynamite. Darby Allin versus MJF. I know we all like a feel good moment, y'all. You know, we all want to see Darby Allin get the AEW championship. That's gonna be fire. It's just not gonna happen, and quite frankly, it shouldn't happen. The run MJF is on right now is just something different. This will be written in history books. Any professional wrestler that wants to get into business is gonna have to take a class, and it's gonna be called MJF. Learn how to cut promos, learn how to do in-ring work, learn how to be an overall character or overall superstar. MJF is on a generational run, bro. It's a little bit different what he's doing. It doesn't need to be stopped by Darby Allin. This run doesn't need to stop anytime soon. If it does stop, it needs to be at Allin, preferably by Will Ospreay. But we'll talk about that. Will Ospreay gonna keep playing with Moxley. He's not gonna make it to Allin, but that's a different story. Next, you got FTR and my man Stoley. I mean Stokely. We call him Stoley because he stole the Rolly, like my man Sir Smoke-A-Lot called him, man. Fire match, man. FTR, people thought they was going to lose the titles. People thought we was going to have a feel-good moment in Canada, but we didn't. FTR proves why they one of the best. Man, they bust Adam Copeland wide open, bro. Wide open with the title, man. Christian Cage, who was suffering from the arm being smashed with the steel chair on this past Dynamite, and it was just too much for Cage and Cope to recover. FTR leaves Vancouver, AEW Tag Team Champions, and now I think this is fire. I think we're leading into maybe a TLC type of match. Young Bucks, FTR, and maybe Cage versus Cope. You know what I mean? I think that's what we might be leaning to, man. I know FTR, I know the Young Bucks, they put on classics, but my God, I don't think I could take another FTR Young Bucks match, dog. Seriously. Not for a little while. We need a few months before we can run that back. So they might do a triple threat tag team. They throw the titles in the skies or something like that. Who knows, man? But still, fire tag team match. Next, you got my man Kevin Knight, the Jet. They put the rocket on the Jet and he took off with the TNT Championship. This was fire, man. Gauntlet match was fire, man. You had Daniel Garcia, you had Roosh, you had Pac in there, you had El Clon in there. Dog, you had a lot of potential winners in there, man. Kevin Knight came out on top. I was very surprised about that, man. He got Claudio Castagnoli on Dynamite. That should be interesting. Now I want to see where they take this Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight situation. I seen the look in your eyes, Speedball. Seen the look in your eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul, and what I'm seeing in your soul is a lot of jealousy. What I'm seeing in your soul is you might be contemplating put the knife in Kevin Knight back. I'm all here for it, man. To see us get a feud with Kevin Knight versus Speedball Mike Bailey, them going for the TNT Championship. You talk about cinema. That's going to be fire, man. Tony Khan, he might be cooking something up with these Easter eggs. I'm waiting for it, man. Let me know what y'all think, though. Do y'all think Speedball Mike Bailey had the stink face? Is he going to put the knife in Kevin Knight back like Marty Jannetty did to Shawn Michaels a few decades ago? Or am I over-exaggerating? Let me know what y'all think. Next, you got Jon Moxley going over Will Ospreay. Dog, this was another surprise, y'all. Jon Moxley is one of the best in the business. WWE dropping the ball with Jon Moxley, not seeing that this guy is one of the best men you'll ever see lace up a pair of wrestling boots and get in that square circle. And when we talk about storytelling, like, come on, bro. It's not a lot of men that's on this level, man. Jon Moxley, Will Ospreay have a banger match, man. Will Ospreay, he had many a times throughout this match to really do the 1, 2, 3 on Jon Moxley, but he was being greedy, man. He wanted to beat Jon Moxley. He wanted to break his neck. He wanted to hurt him bad. One slip up, Jon Moxley takes advantage. Paradigm shift, power driver on the steel steps. Jon Moxley was trying to rip Will Ospreay head off his shoulders. And like I tweeted, Will Ospreay, you lost this match, sir. Dynamite, don't be coming to try to fight. Don't do none of that. Because Jon Moxley told you, it's not personal. Don't make it personal. He gave you about 30 paradigm shifts and told you it wasn't personal. I don't think you wanted to go personal. Will Ospreay, we need you around. We like seeing you wrestle. We want to see you win the Owen. We want to see you go to Allin. Stay away from Jon Moxley. Go play with something safe. Next, you got Tekla retaining the AEW Women's Championship over Jamie Hayter. Fire match, man. Tekla, like I always say, flawless, man. Flawless work, flawless entrance, flawless character, flawless promos, flawless faction. Tekla is having a great run as AEW Women's Champion, and honestly, I see nobody, not even close to for her to drop the belt with. And this is a heavy women's division in the AEW division. Camille came back, but she's going to be fighting Willow Nightingale on Dynamite for the TBS Championship, I believe. But man, when it comes to Tekla, I don't think anybody can stand next to Tekla. You're going to have to call Mercedes Moné for that. You might have to call Britt Baker. Those are the only two that I think that should be dropping the title to Tekla, man. When somebody's on a run like this, you got to keep the momentum going. Great match with her and Jamie Hayter, but she came out on the win, man. She was able to grab the rope, use a little leverage, get the 1, 2, 3, and get on up out of there, man. Sisters of Sin, another W. The Triangle of Madness, another W. Next, you got the conglomeration with the return of Kyle O'Reilly. My man Kyle O'Reilly back, man. You know, he was just on a great run. He done made Jon Moxley tap out multiple times, but I think he had an injury. I forgot what it was, but he had a bad injury. He comes back. He wins the trio title. So Kyle O'Reilly comes back and somebody goes out. Gabe Kidd, man, goes out with a nasty shoulder injury. Hopefully it's not too long, man. But Gabe Kidd just started cooking. They just got the dogs together. They just won the trio titles within the last few hours, and now they're losing them. Great. Now, there was speculation that they lost the trio titles because Gabe Kidd got hurt and Tony Khan called an audible. But there are also rumors that Tony Khan booked for the conglomerate, whatever they call them, to win the titles all along. And if this is actually the case, like, come on, bro. You got to give the dogs a little bit more respect than this, man. Like, they literally just won the trio titles. Like, literally. I really don't understand why would they be dropping them this fast, man. It's like they didn't even get a chance to build anything. So, you know what I mean? I don't like that at all if that was the case, but I'm not mad at the conglomerate, and I'm happy that Kyle O'Reilly's back, so we get to see him back in action. That's cool, man. I just wanted to see the dogs get a little bit more of a run with the titles, but you know what I mean. Gabe Kidd wanted to being hurt anyway, so I don't know. Hopefully he's back soon, though, man. After that, we had Kenny Omega, MJF retaining the Triple B Championship. This was a fire match. Now, I did hear some people in the chat. Shout out, who said that in the chat, man? Shout out my man OZ, I feel like. If I'm not mistaken, it was OZ who said it in the chat, and there was a few other people too, man. That just was real. We talking about diehard AEW fans. I was like, man, I've been watching this for 7 years. I've been watching MJF use the Dynamite Diamond Ring for 7 years, man, and they just wanted to see it switch up, man. So I can't even complain at that. For me, it's not that bad because I'm only a few years in, but I'm not gonna lie. If I did see something happen for 7 years in a row, I definitely would want to see them switch it up. But he puts the ring on. He hits Kenny Omega with a body shot, tombstones him through the table. Hits him with the finisher, 1, 2, 3, man. This was a great match, dog. This was a great match. Kenny Omega selling the stomach about the second half of the match. He's selling the stomach crazy, man. And I just love the storytelling in this match. Kenny Omega, he's barely covering MJF. MJF barely kicking out, man. A few of them, I think like one of them, he was extremely late, but he barely kicking out of it, man. And MJF, he's on a run that we're probably never gonna see again, man. So shout out to MJF. He retains the title. He got to fight Darby Allin on Wednesday, so we'll see how that goes. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. Dynamite was fire. Sorry, Dynasty was fire. I keep calling it Dynamite because Tony Khan has us here for a very long time. It cooked. I got my money's worth. $50 was worth it. But Tony Khan, man, the pay-per-views are extremely long, especially for content creators. I'm not getting off live to 2 a.m. And I gotta, come up with, the show, then edit, then, all this stuff. So I wish the shows was a little bit shorter, and I wish the dogs really retained the titles. But besides that, man, a solid show tonight. Dynasty, man. And it's actually sad that a Dynasty that probably, 75% of what Tony Khan could do. He didn't even throw all his eggs in a basket in this like he did on Revolution. Revolution was just back to back. One of the best pay-per-views I ever seen. This Dynamite was 75%, and it's sad because this is probably going to be better than WrestleMania this weekend. And that's sad, bro. That's sad. WrestleMania is 2 nights. Tony Khan gave 75% a C, and it was a great show. It was solid. And that might be better than WrestleMania. That's going to be 2 nights that Triple GPT is going to try his best to put together the best prompts possible. Paul Levesque gonna try his best to drink a few Red Bulls, drink some caffeine so he can stay up, and we can get a good celebrity show. I seen somebody say AEW were the best wrestle, WWE where the celebs wrestle. Great. This is gonna be a long week, guys. This is gonna be a long week. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. What you think about AEW? What you think about MJF retaining the title? What's next for MJF? You think Darby Allin about to beat MJF on Wednesday? What you think about Jericho and Ricochet situation, man? Is Jericho going to try to get his lick back on Wednesday? Let me know in the comments what you think. Oh yeah, where's Swerve Strickland at? I'm not complaining. My anxiety been down. I've been a lot less stressed. I've been feeling like I could go to the corner store. I could hit the Chinese store. I could actually go outside and enjoy the sun now that's coming up. You know what I mean? So the only thing is I'm still scared at the same time, man. When Swerve come back, I think it's somebody's going to have to pay. I'm just hoping it's not me. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Wow!